Hello there, welcome to Genesis Models. My name's Bob Walden, and in this video we're going to be taking a look at Eduard's brand new Crusader 1/48 scale limited edition. And what this basically is, it's a rebox of the Hasegawa kit in 1/48 scale, and Hasegawa goes off, does a limited run where they throw all sorts of goodies inside here. So really cool box art on here. Right, and actually if we sort of just open this up, we have got all sorts of markings as usual. Eduard giving you loads and loads of choice there, which we'll have a closer look. We do have one bag here with all the actual plastic sprue parts in. Alright, so we just open this up. This kit is around about just under £60, so it's not exactly a cheap kit, although if you kind of look around you will sort of see them quite a bit cheaper than that, like eBay, that kind of thing. If we have a look at our first bit here, we've got a typical sort of Hasegawa surface detail. You've got that really crisp recessed panel lines, really crisp recessed rivets, and just lovely surface detail all the way around. On the top part of our wing section, again we've got that same lovely detail all across there. Some more detail here as well, some more surface detail. Turn it over, we do have a couple of ejector pin marks, but they don't matter with that sprue. If we have another look as well, we've got some pylons here, again with that lovely surface detail all over these on both sides as well. And we've got no ejector pin marks on the side where you get ejector pin marks. The seats, we've got some sort of, fairly okay detail with our ejector seats. It looks like we've got some wheel well doors just here. This is kind of typical of some of Hasegawa kits where, we have got some some ejector pin marks, quite a few on these doors just here. They are kind of light and everything, but they are surrounded by raised rivet detail, so you're going to be careful. Well, you're going to be risking sort of destroying those raised rivets if you start filling and sanding in those ejector pin marks. Bit of a shame, but it is a bit typical of some of the old Hasegawa kits. We do have a pilot here, which the detail around him is very nice and crisp, all sorts of pouches and stuff. You do have his head just here, which we've got a bit of flash around it. His visor's down so you don't get any sort of face detail. Some hands, the rest of the ejector seat just here. That's a nice sprue there. Then we've got all sorts of flaps and sort of ailerons and all this kind of stuff on here. Again, we've got the same sort of level of surface detail with them. Lots of little ones on there. This sprue here, I'm not quite sure what this is, but it's got some nice detail and there is lots of them. I'll have to double check on exactly what they are. But then we have a wheel here, one piece wheel, nice bit of detail in there, raised bolts, that kind of stuff. Looking rather good. Not seeing any nasty ejector pin marks with that. Then we have the big sprue, the one with our fuselage section on here. and hopefully you can sort of immediately see, you know, lovely spot on detail. Love this detail around the engine section. Lovely sort of recessed rivets, loads of them, really sort of showing that off. That will make some nice natural metal finishes there. You've got sort of deeper and wider recess panel lines where they're due, and just lovely detail all the way around, nice and crisp. Is going to absolutely look lovely once you've got a wash on there. And that is one fuselage. The other half is basically exactly the same, in the same level of detail. We've got some more detail here. I think this is like a wheel well, some more sort of wheel well detail as well. We've got loads going on there. Some more just here as well. Some more lovely detail here, showing off sort of like little wires and hoses and stuff. Got a bit of an engine exhaust just at the back here, which you know, got some pretty cool detail inside there, as well as just inside here. I mean, this is, you know, actually you know, almost sort of going there with like the resin standards. Actually, you know, you've got some good detail of the fans back there, as well as a bit of a rim going round on the inside. Nice bit of detail. We do have some wheel well detail here, and this one's not looking so good. I mean, we have got some pretty sort of nasty ejector pin marks just inside here, as you can see. They're going to be pretty damn hard to get rid of, because I mean, it is just really enclosed in there. That's going to be a tricky one to sort out. We've got our air intake here, right, nice and smooth. One or two ejector pin marks again, but they're not going to be too bad to get rid of. This side's looking pretty good for our air intake. Not bad at all. There is a little tiny bit of sort of cockpit detail there, but that isn't anything really to write home about. Then we come to our last sprue, which we've got just like a bunch of landing gear bits, which again, we've got one or two ejector pin marks in places that we're going to have to take care of, but you know, the flash is minimal. You know, the details there. We've got instrument display panel, lovely detail on the instrument display panel just there. Bags of it should look really good, and that is rather nice. Really, the thing that's sort of letting this kit slightly down is, you know, there's a fair few ejector pin marks. But we have our canopy section just here, and this is almost sort of cut falling off, but that is nice and crystal clear with no sort of cobwebbing effects or scratches. You know, actually, you know, not doing too bad there. You've got all sort of little bits here and there. Then we move into the cool side of this kit, which is all the stuff that Eduard throw in here. So first off, we have some instructions, which in the instructions we are talking Eduard instructions, and Eduard's pretty damn good with their kit instructions. Nice bit of a history of the aircraft itself. We've got nice sort of satin, good quality paper, and then we've got all these different colour bits which kind of show you stuff like I think red's remove and blues where the piece is going and everything. You do get Photo-Etch with this, so it's sort of going through the instructions with Photo-Etch, which, you know, you start off with a cockpit. You've got your wheel well bits, your air intake, bring two fuselage halves together, kind of pretty simple in a sense. You've got the wing section, you know, those are two nice easy halves coming together. All your flaps, slaps, ailerons, all that kind of stuff, nicely moving and everything, so you've got all them lovely options. And then we have ejector seat coming up next, which it looks like we've got loads of aftermarket parts for that, which is rather cool. And moving along, you know, that is pretty much it. That is like looks really actually easy for a jet in 1/48 scale. That looks like a pretty sort of easy build, and it is Hasegawa, so we know Hasegawa kits are going to fit like a glove. So this should be quite a enjoyable build, fingers fingers crossed. And then we have like all the canopy masks. Then we have all these lovely markings that you can do. As you can see, we've got all sorts of different markings. I mean, they're not sort of like really similar with maybe just some numbers changes. We've got all these sort of like pretty different markings going on, really sort of showing off this aircraft and giving you lots and lots of options of way to go about it. And these are all sort of like where all the decals go and all the markings and everything. So pretty damn good actually. And then we have, what do we have here? Okay, we've got a correction sheet for color profiles and stencil positions. So what we've just seen in that rule book there is potentially not right. So what we have is, yeah, all the markings that we've just seen are here in this, just like so, and this is like the correction. So sounds like they made a few little cock-ups in the actual instruction book. Then we come to our first bit of aftermarket parts. We have a nice bunch of resin. So although our ejector seat was, shall we say, an okay standard for out of the box, we do get with this kit some lovely proper nice resin which has a ton of absolutely gorgeous detail, completely and utterly flawless. Then we have like stuff like our wheels, which gives us even more detail, which is rather cool. We've got our sort of canopy masks and stuff, and I think these include like wheels and everything, so really helps out there. Then we get Eduard's bit of Photo-Etch as well. So if we can just get this out maybe and show you a bit better. We've got a non-printed Photo-Etch set, which, you know, we've got all sorts of cockpit detail to go in there, really sort of enhance all that. And then we have like the printed stuff, which we have all our instrument display panels. Get the light in, come on, there we go. And we've got all sorts of instrument display panels, dials, seat belts, all those goodies on there. So really your cockpit is going to look pretty snazzy with all these added extras. Then we have the decals themselves, which comes in this massive sheet for all those absolutely stunning markings that we get with the kit. So if we just take this out, right, these are printed by Eduard by the looks of it. Oh no, it's printed by cartograph.com, made in Italy. They are basically the best decals you could probably get in the world, which we have all the different stencils going on here. It's in glossy. They don't feel thick at all. Well, it's cartographer. We know they're going to be an absolute dream to put on. We've even got dials and stuff here, and then we've got all the lovely different schemes that we can do, all looking nicely colourful and all in registry, all good to go. Really nice big decal sheet there, and that is basically everything that you get in this kit. Overall, very impressive. You've got Hasegawa, well known for being a fantastic fit, fantastic detail. You've got Eduard, who's well known for all their aftermarket parts, Photo-Etch, resin, fantastic. You've got Cartograph in here, well known for being like the best decals you could probably get in the world. I mean, there is nothing about this kit you can't like, apart from, shall we say, quite a few ejector pin marks, which doesn't really let it down. I know it's going to be a bit of a problem, but it really doesn't spoil the kit at all, because I mean, it is just a big thumbs up here at Genesis Models. And although it's just under £60 at RRP, I mean, I have looked around and you can get them for like under £50 if you shop around. So hopefully you've enjoyed this inbox review here at Genesis Models. So until next time, my name is Bobby Waldron, and I'll catch you next time.